YouTube, what is up? Jl'hoops back in another video. Doing this, Jimmy on the channel, we talk about basketball. Now, this offseason has been crazy. You know, I have to talk about the Eastern Conference because how the East got way more better. I gotta talk about it. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about my top 10 teams in the East for the next season coming up. For the next season coming up, I'm gonna talk about my top teams in the East. But before I start this video, like, comment, subscribe to notifications on, and follow me on social media, Unstoppable. And if you watch this video and not subscribe, it don't make no sense. Come on now. How do you watch the video and not subscribe and not liking the video? I'm looking at you right now and you're not watching and you're not liking it or subscribing? Not making sense. But I don't want to talk too much, so let's get this video started. Alright, we gotta talk about this real quick because every offseason, conference gets better and better. I didn't think the conference would get way more better. And I always knew the West was gonna be a bloodbath. I always knew the West was gonna be one of the best conferences it is. But the East just got better this offseason. With all the moves and signings this offseason, the trades that happened, the East just got way more better. Yes, the West got better with Melo Ball getting traded to Timberwolves. Yes, with the Lakers making their moves. Yes, with Spurs signing Tobias Harris. Yes, with OKC keeping the same team and got better. Yes. The West did get better, but the East, I think, is way more better. The East, I don't think it's way more better, but it's there. And to me, with the Knicks just winning a championship, it could be hard for the Knicks to win a championship again. It could be real hard. I don't think they can go back to back. I don't think they can defend the East. I don't think they can win the East this time. Could be really hard because we gotta talk about this. To me, in this video, I'm gonna talk about the top 10 teams in this East. Now, it might change because LeBron James still have it signed, yeah. So it might change after it. But this is before LeBron James signed. So I'm gonna say my top 10 teams in the East right now. But there's 10 teams in the East that I'm gonna name in this video. But before I get to the top 10, I'm gonna say 11. I'm gonna say my honorable mention. My honorable mention in 11. I'll say 11 that could make it still, but I feel like they just keep staying the same as Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic stay the same. They didn't do this much this offseason. They kept the same team they have and everything. They let go of Mo Wagner and stuff. They hired a new coach, C. Sanui, and stuff from the Spurs. I don't know how to say his name like that, but C. Sanui for the Spurs assistant coach. And so Sean Sweeney, they hired him. He a good coach. And then they just kept the same team. They didn't do that much. And he's getting better. I just feel like they're not going to do that great regular season. Because last season, they didn't have a great regular season. They were a good defending team. Offense was not that great. One of the worst offensive team. Defense was one of the best defense, but one of the offensive teams. I got to see more from Paulo and stuff to be showing that he is a superstar. I got to see more from Paulo because Paulo has been efficient too. I think what Paulo is. He's not been efficient. Fraz has to be great on offense. His jumper has developed to me. And then Magic, to me, you just start dealing shrugs and stuff and starting point guard and everything. Who's not a great shooter, not a great offensive point guard like that, but a great defender. And then just like they kept the same team. Like I didn't see improvement for Orlando did this offseason. With the East getting better, I don't see it them kind of being out of the play right now. So I'm putting my 11 right now. Now I'm on top 10. 10, I go Washington Wizards. I like Washington Wizards. I love AJ. I like AJ. What they said, pick up AJ at the first pick. I mean, he had generated talent. You had to pick him. And obviously, he's the best player in the draft. I think so, to me, my opinion. I think he's going to have a great year. I think he'll have a great season. But it all depends on Trae Young and Anthony Davis. I think those two guys all depend on. I think if Trae Young have an all-star season, Trae Young has showed us he that guy again that he in Atlanta, Wizards are going to be dangerous. Anthony Davis showed that he that guy still, that he was on the Lakers. Wizards are going to be dangerous, I'm telling you. They have a good young core. They have Keontae George. They have Alex Sarr. And Alex Sarr played promising last season. He did. And stuff. You have Eli off the bench. You have, Bob Curry. Bob Curry is definitely a great point guard. Definitely a fan of him. And they have a good young core on that team. Only thing is, to me, is why I put them 10th because it's so low. Because they got to learn how to win first. They're one of the worst teams, and they got to learn how to win first. Having veterans on this team is a good thing. And they just signed Chris Middleton, so that's a good thing, too. So this Carolina win first, but I do see them have to play in. I do see them being a seed. I do see any team that versus the playoffs. AD, Trae Young, fully healthy at their best. Not dangerous. That is dangerous. But 10th gotta go at the Hawks. Gotta go watch Stewards. Now 9 is Atlanta Hawks to me. Now Atlanta Hawks, they didn't fully approve, but they got better. Well, I mean, they didn't fully approve. They added Kiss's family, so I think he could be a good point guard over there. Good backup point guard start. I think he's going to start eventually later on. But having him behind C.J. McCollum and learning behind C.J. McCollum is amazing right there. And then Kiss is a good point guard. Good ones to pick up that they drafted. And stuff. And then you have Jalen Johnson, you have Nick Alexander Walker. You sign back Jock Landale. Like, you have a good, fun team over there. I'm telling you, I talk to a good playoff team. And so, remember, they give Knicks two games. I'm telling you, when I talk to a good, fun team to watch, I think they're going to be great and stuff. Now, they'll have a superstar. I think Jalen Johnson is going to be a superstar, but I don't think he's there yet. So, they'll have the second best player on this team. I wouldn't say that, too. Because the second best player, Nick Alexander Walker, he's 29. I don't know, to me. Dicey Daniels, I think he can be great in the backcourt with Kids and Families and C.J. McCollum. But this team going to be great. This team going to be straight. So I do have a nice seed. AC, I know people going to get me on this. It would change LeBron James sign there. LeBron James sign there, this team will be higher. But currently, right now, I'm putting them out. They are the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Look, the Cavs are, to me, are disappointed. They kept the same team. They lost Keon Ellis. They lost Lennon Jr. They haven't improved at all. And look, I love Don Mitchell, but there's a lot of playoff games he does disappear. James Harden, we're not surprised by James Harden, what he does in the playoffs, but he can't be a second best guy on the championship team. I said this over and over. He can't be that guy on the second best player. He can't be number one. He can't be number two. He has to be number three. And then Evan Mobley is supposed to be that guy. And to me, he has to have a breakout year. I get it. Injuries hurt him a little bit. But still, I need something to show me that, okay, Cavs are still top 5 team. Cavs are still that team. Cavs are going to be back to call finals. Cavs could make it to call finals this year. Because last year, I saw it was the last shot. This year, I don't think so. And only had to show me. Jared Allen is a good center. But still, they didn't trade for no backup center. That one thing I don't like. They don't have no point tag defender. Don't like that. And then, it just, to me, it doesn't matter if they side Georgia Cleveland. I still put them as the AC. The bench is kind of weak and everything. I don't view this team as contenders. I don't. They're not that good at me. I have teams higher than them. And I'm going to be with you. Cavs are not that good to me. So, I got to put AC. I'm not saying right now, yes, they get LeBron. It'll help a lot. It'll change them a little bit. Yes, but I do not like the point cast of all LeBron. But the same time, LeBron James, I think it could make the high to 6th seed, to make it higher than 5th seed. But we got to wait and see. Right now, I can't say Cavs. So I'll put the 8th. 7th, Pacers. Whoa, Pacers? People are contenders, Jim. Pacers? Tyrese coming back, though. I mean, I remember this team was the last seed last year. Yes, they got Zubac at trade deadline. They offered him. They didn't get a top draft pick because they traded a top draft pick to the Clippers, who got Keto Wagner. And my thing with this Pacers is you brought back the same team, but at the same time, you signed Kelly Oubre, you signed Lennox Jr. and stuff. You don't have a rim protector like that. That's the one problem. Tyrese, we haven't seen a glimpse of. That's the thing to me is we haven't seen a glimpse of how Tyrese going to be. If Tyrese from 2025, hey, 2024, hey, then I'll say Tyrese, then I'll say Pacers to contender, Pacers to the finals. But right now, I can't say that I haven't seen him play yet. I haven't seen him fully there yet. Until I see him fully there yet, then I'll say, hey, I'm going to say Pacers Law Championship, to the Pacers top 3. But right now, I have to say this. And I don't like the backup center with Lennox Jr. Backup center. I don't like that and stuff. Don't like that at all. Kelly Oubre was a great signing and stuff. You have T.J. McConnell. You have, as I said, Obi Thompson still. You got J.S. Walker, who had a good season last year. But my thing is, I just don't know about the team yet. Until I see Tyrese play, they can go how far Tyrese is. But I think without Tyrese, I don't know. Siakam was a great power forward. But that's the only thing to me is. So, my question is, how Tyrese going to be? So, I got to put them 7th right now. I just like this other team a little bit better than them. And the point guard, I like that a lot better. And that Pistons. Number 6, I go Pistons. Look, Pistons to me, I like what they did this offseason. I like the shooting they added this offseason with K for him. Isaiah Joe gonna be a great shooter off the bench. You get Doug Robinson. You have a set. You drafted Udoka. You signed John Collins. Like, I like the signings of the Pistons. And K is a superstar. We've been said this. He finally showed it. He's a superstar. And then you gonna sign back Jared Dillon. I don't know what they'll put on everything else. He gonna sign back to Pistons eventually. The only thing to me with the Pistons, they don't have a second guy. They don't have a second star next decade. Because they have a second star, I'm telling you right now, Pistons will be a different thing right now. Pistons will be a different thing. I don't want to trade for Trey Murphy or the Booker or somebody second star next to Cade when Cade don't have it. When Cade is off some nights, they need someone else to go to. That's the problem with the Pistons. Because they have a good bench, they have a great bench, they have a good starting five, but they need a second guy. So right now, I cannot put them high in their top 5 right now. But that all could change by making a trade. Because remember I told you in my last video, Pistons are one piece away to be contenders. So one piece away. So let's see what happens. But right now, I almost like the Pistons got. And J.B. Bickerstaff is a great coach. So I gotta see the top 5, top 6. But we're on top 5, number 5, Miami Heat. Now, hear me out. I know Heat fans not gonna like me on this one. But I put Miami Heat number 5 because one thing about it is I love Giannis. I think Giannis is the top 3 player of the game. He gonna change the Heat. Half them want to start winning. And like already said, Bam can be a great defending team, great defending defending front court. But the only thing, the offense is a bit shaky. You sign back Andrew Wiggins, you let go Noah Powell, and you have Davion Mitchell. And to me, Davion Mitchell not a great shooter like that. Chandler Jr. is a great shooter, not a great defender like that. And Andrew Wiggins is a good offensive player. So I think the offense could be a little shaky, I worry about. And then I worry about the depth they have off the bench. Per Lawson I like, but Port's okay. But after that, they don't have a really good bench like that. And so they have Simo off the bench. They have Simo Ferrento off the bench. They have my grad. Like, you have a lot of undrafted players. I don't know how this is going to work right here off the bench. Like, they need more off the bench. And now, if LeBron signs to Miami Heat and they get more off the bench, hey, he could be top 3. He could be top 2. But right now, I put them in 5. Look, I'm not doubting Eric Spoelstra. He's one of the best coaches in the game. And so, I think the Heat could definitely be a top 5 team in NBA offense, top 5 team in NBA defense, and in that top 10 to 15 range of offense. But at the same time, to me, I'm going to pick out who could be that closer. And also want to add with this, Bam Ball has to be more consistent. The Heat to be dangerous more, they have to be more consistent. Bam Ball got to be more consistent on offense. That I have to say, because a lot of games, he'll be out 30 points, 40 points. Next game has 12. Like, I need him to be more consistent. Because defense is amazing, but offense need to be more consistent. That's what it is to me. And they look like contenders on paper, but my thing is Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. That's one reason. If Joel Embiid could always stay healthy, Sixers will have a championship right now. Sixers have 2 championships right now, right? But my thing is, is Joel Embiid going to stay healthy during the season or in the playoff? That's one question is. And then how many touches on the Sixers going to be? How this going to work? Because you have Tyrese Maxey, who's not a great playmaker like that, who's great off the ball, but not a great playmaker like that. VG Echo is a great cutter and stuff, not a great off-ball guy. And you have added Jim Brown, who's not a great off-ball guy too. So I'm just questioning that. And then they added Dean Wade, who's a good shooter, but the playmaking, I don't know how he's going to get his open shots. And Joel Embiid, I don't know how healthy he's going to be. The bench is kind of weak. They drafted Larry Fallon, who is Larry Fallon Jr., I'm a fan of. I like his game most definitely. But my thing is a lot to put out of Ricky. Anthony Simon's a great backup shooting guard. But after that, their bench is weak. They have Ian Boyer, they have Justin Edwards, they have Trent Trafford. Like, their bench is weak at that power forward position. And then they signed the guy from the Knicks. Don't know how to say his name like that. But I don't like their bench right now. So that's the one problem and everything. So to me, they gotta fix that depth. Right now, Nick Nurse is a great coach, but I'm just saying, to me, I don't know. they're at best a second round team. And so, at best, that was the same one I last year, but it's a second round team. Because I'm going to be with you, that depth, not that, the depth is weak. Joel Embiid got to stay healthy. If Joel Embiid stay healthy, I'm telling you right now, this team could go to finals and win the championship. But it's a possibility that we don't know about right now. And people are going to come at me and say, hey, they don't need Joel Embiid. They have Jay Brown for that. No. Jay Brown's a great, phenomenal player. I love JB. But at the same time, he does struggle in the playoffs. And how the touch is going to be around them three. Them said JB, Jay Brown, and BJ Ankle. How the touch is going to be? That's my question. Because I'm not saying BJ Ankle have a sophomore slump, but at the same time, I don't like that he not got a lot of touches now. That's the question to me. But Jay Brown is not like playmaker. So, who's going to be that playmaker off the team? And Ty Maskey is a school-first point guard. So, like, I'm questioning how this is going to work right here. Questioning that. Right now, how that going to work right here. So, we're going to see. That's how I deal with the Sixers right now. We're going to see. So, hey. But moving on to top three. This is my top three. Control more, please. This is my top three here. My top three for the East is 3 Toronto Raptors. Now, I love the Kawhi trade and the Raptors trade for Kawhi. That was a perfect addition for me. The trade for Kawhi was a perfect addition. And stuff. Look, Scotty Barnes, he proved me wrong. Scotty Barnes, I proved me wrong. I got to do my play ranking again, but he's a top 20 player, top 15 player of the game. And he has shown me again that he is that guy. And I love them adding Kawhi. That Kawhi, Scotty Barnes defense is going to be amazing. And stuff. And then this reminds me of 2019 Raptors right here. Because you have a good point guard, Manny Quickly, and stuff. You have a great point guard, Manny Quickly. You have, like I said, R.D. Barrett, who's a great shooting guard. You have Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes. And then you have Jacob Petelia. Yes, he's not a great center, but he's a good center. Then off the bench, you have Jacob Walter, Jamal Shedd, Carmelo Burrows. Like, you have a good team around here. And they was top 5 in defense. Their coach is good. It might be candidate for Coach of the Year. And I'm thinking to myself, like, the top 5 defense on Kawhi, they might be top 2 defense with Kawhi. That would sound like to me. Top 2 defense with Kawhi. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, this team gonna be dangerous. This team gonna be dangerous. Now, the offense, I don't think it'll be a little clunky. But I'm just saying, if Man Quickly and R.D. Barrett can stay healthy, this team can be there. I could see this team go all the way to finals. I could see this team all the way to the championship. They give the Knicks one to the money. They could give any team one for the money right now. So I gotta put Toronto number 3. Now number 2. Why is Toronto number 2? I'm going Boston Celtics. Look, number 2. Tell me a reason why Boston Celtics can't be number 2 again with Jason Tatum as the leader guy. Why Boston Celtics was number 2 and they have a better roster they have this year? Why they can't be number 2? Yes, I get it. I love Jay Brown. I get that. But I'm going to say this. I think Paul George is a better fit. Not a better player, but I think Paul George is a better fit for the Celtics than Jay Brown. Now, people might sound not crazy to me, but at the same time, hear me out. I didn't say he's a better player, better fit. It's just like compare this to Drew Holiday and Damian Lillard. Drew Holiday's better fit, Damian Lillard's better player. That's the thing about it is to me. I think it's just like that to me. Better fit, better player. Damian George fit the Celtics perfectly. He still could play defense. He's still one of the best perimeter defenders. He's great at catch and shoot. Still good at it. He shot 40% from 3. He's still on set great defender and catch and shoot. Like, he fits his team. Like, they want to play defense, shoot threes. Fits that team. I think he's going to fit perfectly with them at all. Yes, he's not the same Paul George that he was on KC and Pacers and Clippers. Paul George is still that guy. And remember, in that Sixers series, he played amazing. He played great during that Sixers series. And playing great defense. And stuff. Not as a player could talk to himself. But during that Sixers series against the Celtics, they look at that series like, Paul George stepped up. Paul George is showing up. And he can average 17 and do the same thing he did at 17, 15, 18. Like good production and stuff. And I think Derek White going to have great shooting percent now because he's playing around playmaker. Because look, I'm gonna say this: Paul George and Jason are better playmakers than Jaylen Brown. They are. And I think about Derek White had a lot of possibilities, handling the ball, playmaking, everything. Now he don't have to do that much at all. Now he can just play defense, catch, shoot, back off, and that's it, and play that the way we know. Peter Pritchard, I do think Peter Pritchard could have a most improved player a year and could break out this year and stuff, but he got to be consistent. I think that's the whole thing for Peter Pritchard, got to be consistent. And I think playing around J. Tatum is amazing. I love the signing of Mitchell Robinson. Look, Mitchell Robinson, I love the signing of that because one thing, he's one of the best offensive rebounds, one of the best rim protectors. And the Celtics are missing that during the season and playoffs. A guy that can rebound, a big that can rebound. And they're missing that. Now, Nias Cater, they signed him back to extension, and he's on set Portland and stuff. I get the Jaylen Brown trade because you have to do the cap. They didn't want to keep 60 million players. It's hard to do that with the cap space. So a lot of teams are hitting. Understandable. But at the same time, to me, I'm just saying, Jason Tatum, I think I have one of the best seasons he could have. I think Jason Tatum could win an MVP this year. I think Jason Tatum can be back to that guy because he has showed it. I think we're going to show that he's the top 3 player in the game. I think top 5 player, no matter where you rank him. I think he's going to show that he's that guy again. This guy can average 30 again, average 32, and Jason Tatum could show up. We saw a glimpse of him showing up there that last season. Tell me why he can't show up again. Damn. And I almost am not doubting Jordan Mazzulla. I'm not doubting Jordan Mazzulla or Brad Stevens. I'm not doubting them at all because they have showed up at every certain time. I think they're going to be a great regular season team. Now, could they win the East? Yes, they could win the East because it's possible to win the East. And the East was wide open and stuff. So it's possible I said they could win the East. And to me, reason why I said this too, their depth is good. Now, Mike Conley, yes, he's a veteran point guard who could show presence on the bench and stuff. He could still back up point guard. Hugo Gonzalez, I love Hugo. Hugo could play. And he great potential. Who could play? I think he could bring up big out here. Jordan Walls, Barry Simon, Nias Cater, they have a good bench around. They have a great bench. I think to me they showed that during the season last year. But that bench was great. And then drafted Chris Sengnick Jr., Happy Water Hopper Jr. I think I said this team will be talented. I'm not doubting Joe Mazzulla at all. So I'm putting on number 2. Now, number 1, I'm giving respect what respect due. Near Knicks. Now look, Knicks, you gotta look at the right time, and that's what it was to me. You gotta look at the right time. OG, gotta look at the right time with that tip in. Jeff Buxton showed up. Cat had great defense. Now, offense was not, my gosh, was great, but defense was great. Now, the bench is weak. Losing Mitchell Robinson gonna hurt them and stuff. They don't have a great backup small forward. They have, OG is a lot for defense, and at Melcott Bridge, like, the bench is kind of weak to me and everything. Their starting 5 is good, but it just, to me, they didn't do that much. They signed Audrey Drummond, who was a great backup center, who's a good backup center, but the Knicks, I don't know, because it's really hard to go back-to-back with all these competing teams, and I don't think it's possible to be for the Knicks at all. I don't think. And I'm just saying this right now. I'm not disrespecting the Knicks. I respect the Knicks. Look, you beat the Spurs in the playoffs. You beat the Spurs in the finals. Look, you won that championship. You deserve it. But I'm just saying, OKC, if they were there, never mind one. But we're not talking about that right now. I'm just saying, to me, I'm not really high on the Knicks for this playoffs right here and stuff. They show up at the right time. They got luck at the right time. But right now, they have proved me right. They proved me wrong that they are that team. But right now, I'm putting them number 1 because they are that champs. And they have showed it. But I don't think they can go back-to-back. But tell me about what you guys think, though. I do think the Knicks are a talented team. Tell me what you guys think, though. Before I go to like, comment, subscribe, Jl'hoops, and tell me what you guys' top 10 teams in the East. Do you guys agree with me? Or do you guys have the top 10 than me? Tell me what you guys think. Before I go to like, comment, subscribe, Jl'hoops, notifications on, and follow me on social media, Unstoppable. You guys have a great day. I'm out. But my thing with the Knicks is this. Their defense. Mo Pritchard is how efficient going to be. Jared Brunson, is he going to be healthy? Like, there are a lot of factors in the Knicks, as to me. So, and I'm not saying to me to sound like rude or anything, but they just peaked at the right time. They got looked at the right time during the playoffs and stuff. That will happen. So, I'm just saying, to me, I'm going to give credit what they do because they deserve to be a first seed. They deserve to be that team and everything. But I don't know. I don't think they can make it themselves this team to make it to the finals again. And I'm gonna say this right now: if the OKC did make the final, I do have OKC winning on the Knicks. But they did great. They're not playoff run. And honestly, right now, their first seed, I don't see it. I do not see it. But they're gonna be definitely gonna be a great team and stuff. But it's not gonna be bad for them to lose the quarterfinals or second round. Not be bad for them at all. But that's how I put the rankings for the top 10 teams in the East. And I do see the Knicks could be a battle. Knicks could be a battle. But I want to hear your guys' top 10 and then I'm sending the East. Do you guys agree with me who my top 10 are? Do you guys agree with me who my top 10 is and everything? Tell me down below what you guys think. Before I go to like, comment, subscribe, who took cases on, and follow me on social media. You guys have a great day. I'm out.